If I had to go through Year 11 again, I'd probably start revising earlier, and I'd make sure that I got in as much revision as I could, because I didn't realise how close together my exams could be and how little time I'd have between all my exams to get all my revision in.
Start revision as soon as you can. Start in doing half hour a day maybe, and then build it up slowly.
Just do little and often to begin with. And once you understand that a bit more, then go on to longer periods, like an hour or 2 hours at a time. But nothing more than that, because you don't want to burn yourself out.
If I were to do it again, I would definitely start revising much earlier than I did, because you can't do too much revision.
In a typical week, I would usually do about 2 hours a night of revision. So I'd go home after school, start revising, have a break, and then go back to revising.
I revise by creating a timetable depending on my exams, like the order of them and then what day of the week I do each exam lesson.
Typically after school I'd go home. I'd usually probably lounge around for an hour, and then I would try and convince myself to revise, and then eventually I would.
The subjects that I find tricky to revise for were English and maths.
In computer science, specifically looking at networks, just going over it again and again.
I focused mostly on science because I thought it was easiest to revise for. It was like definitions and equations and stuff. English I found quite a lot harder to revise for because it's more about you don't know what you're going to get, what questions you're going to get.
I revise for my exams by doing mind maps and just sort of going over everything that I'd done in lesson before and making sure I remembered it all.
And then read through all the different textbooks and created posters on them, and then highlighted keywords and put them on key cards and stuff around the house.
To revise, I used to make flashcards and posters and get questions on them by my mum or friends.
Posters, just stick posters around your house. I had one up in my toilet on American Western history.
Using all the different resources I can find, finding it on the internet, using sources I'd been given by my teacher, and also just a bit of Wikipedia and random stuff I could find.
For my subjects, I revised by doing a little bit at home, but it was mostly down to the teachers getting me in for after school tester sessions, and in the holidays doing sessions.
The teachers are always there for you if you need any help, and they take the time out of they take their own time to put on these revision sessions, and they're really good, they're really helpful to go to.
In preparation for our exams, me and Lex did a lot of partner revision, which we found quite useful, didn't we?
Yeah, it's easier for somebody else who's doing the course to explain it to you.
Something else that worked for me was just making loads of revision cards and then just getting my mum to question me on all of them until I memorised each one by heart, and then I just do it again until it was embedded in my brain.
To use the progress-rate system and see where you're behind, and you can focus your revision and your efforts on things that you're behind in, which is how I went from being predicted a D in English to getting a B.
I revised a lot with exams because the wording of exam questions sometimes caught me out, so I figured if I did a lot of the exams I'd understand the wording more, and I'd be able to do it in my real exams really well.
It was really stressful because I didn't realise that they could be back to back. Having exams right next to each other, and not being able to get in the revision time, and how hard it was to actually like manage all my exams and all my homework and all the stress of like knowing that I've got exams coming up.
When it gets to like the middle and the end, it's really hard to motivate yourself.
I was quite chilled up until the last couple of weeks, which is when the pressure started kicking in, and then I had to start focusing on revision, doing hours a night, trying to get as much packed into one, which was really stressful.
It's important you look after yourself during your exam time as well, because if you're too stressed or you're too tired, you won't be able to concentrate on your exams. So you have to eat well, you have to drink well, you have to get enough sleep, but you also have to take time for yourself.
Me and Lex did a lot of partner revision, didn't we?
Yeah, and
That was me and Lex did a lot of partner revision, which you